Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for weekend for today's second video. So as always on a Saturday, we've got your detailed weekend look ahead, and I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video release today was our 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. Got 10 to 14 down very shortly with all of the red features, and then snow watch this evening, probably around 7, half 7. Excuse me, we'll have a look at the risk of snow with cold spell coming up this week or next week. So that's the plan for today. Please like, share, subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Thank you so much to the Weather Outlook and also to Vector for supplying the charts and the data for this weekend broadcast. Okay, so we're going to start off with the radar. So we've got showers into northern and western parts of Scotland. Otherwise, it's been mainly dry. There's a little bit more anyway, sunshine around compared to recent days, although there are areas of cloud as well. This day's got the pressure chart. High pressure is going into retrograde. It's retrogressing through the Atlantic up to Iceland and Greenland. Wind starting to turn into the north, the Arctic blast is beginning. So for the rest of today, we're going to have a main dry day for much of Northern Ireland, England and Wales, where there will be patches of light rain and drizzle, perhaps around western coastal regions. A mix of cloud and sunny spells, more way of sunshine compared to recent days, but nevertheless there will be areas of cloud floating around, and they have both showers into central northern parts of Scotland. They will start to turn wintry in the far north by the end of the afternoon as that northerly wind begins to set in. Temperatures ranging from around 2 to 6 or 7 degrees, and feeling cold in the north as that northerly begins to develop. Now we go through to tonight. We're going to find that northerly pushing southwards into the northern half of the country. That will turn showers readily to snow across Scotland, with snow falling to low levels across central northern Scotland by the end of the night. At the same time, Northern Ireland, England and Wales have a mix of clear spells and also variable amounts of cloud. Again, showers are likely through parts of Northern England, Northern Ireland and North Wales in particular. Temperatures close to freezing in the south, especially if we get some clear spells, and below freezing for Scotland, down to -3, -4 degrees up there. Tomorrow, Sunday, we'll see that northerly wind pushing down across the country. Here comes the Arctic blast, so a cold front will bring a band of light showers across England and Wales. Barely anything on that cold front, but behind it you will feel the drop in the temperature, with northern England and Scotland turning significantly colder, and showers falling to snow to low levels across Scotland and into Northern Ireland and northwestern parts being by the end of the afternoon. Temperatures still holding on about 6 or 7 degrees down in the south until the end of the afternoon, but generally turning colder as the day goes on. And through Scotland and Northern England, most temperatures will stay below freezing all day probably, though only around -1 or freezing through large portions of Scotland and down into Northern England, feeling even colder as that northerly wind develops. That takes us through into Monday, where we remain in that northern wind. There's a little trough of low pressure developing to the south of Iceland as well. We've got to watch out for Tuesday. But on Monday, when it's going to be a very cold day, plenty of sunshine inland, but snow showers around coastal areas, and lots of snow showers packing in across Scotland as well. They might merge into longer spells of snow even across the northern parts of Scotland. A bitterly cold day, temperatures only ranging from around -2 to +2, and when you add on that northerly wind, it will feel even colder as hard overnight frost early and late on Monday too. Then that little trough pushes through across the northern half of the country into Tuesday, so you're going to find an area of rain, sleet and snow moving in off the Atlantic into Northern Ireland, Scotland and Northern England through the course of Tuesday. Rain mostly toward western Scotland and Northern Ireland, rain and sleet, but pushing land to Scotland and down to Northern England, and there you could see some significant and disruptive snow through the course of Tuesday, maybe 10 centimetres or 4 inches possible in places. Further south of that, a lot of dry weather through the rest of England and Wales, with sunny spells and just a few wintry shower snow flurries here and there. Temperatures will be very cold, again only ranging from around freezing, +1, +2, northern half of the country, possibly up to 2 or 3 degrees down in the south. That trough gets out of the way and go through into Wednesday, leaving us with these northerly winds. Watch out for this area of low pressure down towards the Bay of Biscay. Lots of uncertainty about that. At the moment, it looks like this low will push through Biscay into France, but there is still the very low risk possibility, though, could be further north and bring some snow into the south. Otherwise, Wednesday will be a bitterly cold day with plenty of sunshine, further snow showers across Scotland, and maybe snow showers around coastal regions, and possibly even a trough or something banding the snow together later on in the day, bringing, a longer spell of snow, particularly to the north and the west. Plenty of sunshine inland, but bitterly cold. There'll be a severe frost early and late, especially over snow covers, with temperature going down as low as -10 or even lower over some of that snow cover. And temperatures by day, again, struggling to get much above freezing and staying below freezing all day up in the north. We remain in a northerly wind as we go through into Thursday. Again, we might see a trough banding with snow shower together at some point over Wednesday night into Thursday. That's something to watch out for. There's still that risk of maybe some persistent snow in extreme south on Thursday morning, but it's a very low risk at the moment. But we have got to keep an eye on that situation for the south through the middle part of the week. Thursday itself should be a mostly dry day inland, plenty of sunshine, snow showers again continuing in the north and around coastal regions. Another bitterly cold day after severe frost. Temperatures will struggle to get much above freezing in most places. And then move through into Friday and the weekend. Signs of a change, low pressure deepening in the Atlantic, starting to move in from the west to Friday and into Saturday and Sunday as well. Difficult to say how this happens, but it looks like we'll probably find a band of rain, sleet and snow in the west on Friday, and then that pushing easels perhaps overnight Friday into Saturday. And then Saturday and Sunday likely to have showers and longer spells of rain. Temperatures begin to recover as well after a very cold day, probably still on Friday away from the far west. We probably see those temperatures returning closer to average as we go through into the weekend. So just have a very quick look at charts weather outlook for today. Lots of dry weather, very wet sunshine compared to recent days, and starting to become cold in the north. Tomorrow, snow showers packing into the north. A weak cold front brings a few light showers further southwards, and behind that, temperatures start to do a plummet. Going through into Monday, on a very cold day on Monday, temperatures struggling to get much above freezing, even down in the south, further snow showers in the north and around coastal regions. A more general area of snow could start to move in across the northern half of the country as we go through into Tuesday. A little bit of uncertainty about that. We'll look at snow watch later. Main dry down south again, very cold then. And through into Wednesday and Thursday, both days looking very, very cold across most parts of the country. Severe overnight frost and still snow showers, especially up in the north. And then we start to see the temperature begin to recover perhaps by Friday, with wet and windy weather moving in from the Atlantic, although for the north and the northeast still very cold with an ongoing risk of snow. And that trend towards less cold, or maybe milder, but probably less cold, wet, windy weather continues into next weekend. Right, so in summary, much colder in the week ahead, and we're going to have severe overnight frost along with snow shower, particularly in the north. There could be more general areas of snow as well. More about that on Snow Watch later. Probably milder by next weekend. Now, we're going to be back later on with your 10 to 14 day, including all of rig features, so come back for that later. As I said, we've got Snow Watch coming up tonight. For the weekend forecast this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.